What is up, my YouTube family? Welcome to back to podcast number 5, the Kiley Rodni disappearance case. We've all been following this, and we know that it is very weird. There's a lot of things in this case that does not make sense. Where's her car at? Where's pictures at? Where's video at? We have such a small amount of video about this whole case and about this girl. How many stops did this girl make on her way to where she was going to this party? Some people thinks that she didn't even make it to the party. Some people think her car's in the water. Some people thinks that she was abducted by sex trafficking. As we all know, there's actually a sex trafficking, well-known road that runs through that area. So that's more what I'm leaning towards at this point. So we all have a right to our own opinions, guys. Don't stop the comments. I love the comments. I will read them. I will get back to you guys. And I was really surprised this morning. I woke up and the man himself, Ryan Upchurch, actually said that he liked where I was going with this whole video, reacting to his videos. So shout out to Ryan Upchurch. Anyways, guys, let's continue down this road. Love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's highly appreciated. Anyways, guys, we're going to watch this video and we're actually going to discuss through this video. I will try to make it a small amount of pauses as normal. And yes, this is an older video, but I think it's 2 days old, something like that. But we are going to react to it. I'm actually going to add some of my thoughts in on top of Ryan Upchurch's thoughts as well. Anyways, guys, let's continue.
Shit that no one has seen yet, because this shit just happened last night, and it's very suspect, and it's very weird. And don't think you've already seen this. You haven't. I'm the only one who has this. So as some of y'all know, I've been following the Kiley Rodni case really fucking close. And yesterday I made a video called Red Flag Ronnie that is blowing the fuck up. It's got 106,000 views and it's been out for 13 hours. Since that video came out 13 hours ago, I've been on panels. I had Fox call me yesterday. So it's bringing a lot of attention. And with the attention, you have the people who are, possibly involved with this also watching. And I even mentioned that the other day. So last night I went live on YouTube.
See, and that's another thing we got to look at, guys, is we know for a fact that these people that is actually watching these type of videos, getting their own information to try to maybe make something look differently than what it already has been looked. If you know what I'm saying, like they're getting information. It's like our military getting information from a different military to know what their next move is. That's kind of what this kind of seems like. They're watching our videos to see if they're going to get their name said and if their name's brought into this missing case. And it's a missing case. This girl's 16 years old, has not been found yet. Her car has not been found. No jewelry has been found. Her phone, for God's sakes, has not been found. If we could just find that phone and get information from that phone, then we would know a lot of what we need to know by now. And she stopped at this truck stop 2 hours prior. What did she do at this truck stop? Why isn't it showing any more information than what it already showed, except her walking around the corner with a smile on her face? With her bodysuit on, a pair of pants, don't even look like Dickies. They said she was in Dickies. And this other hoodie, they have a picture of this other hoodie, the white hoodie, but they're not releasing it yet. So that tells me that maybe, hopefully, they have a new lead on this whole ordeal with this new hoodie because they have photos. So that gives me hope that something different is going to come out about this case. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what Ryan has to say.
And I started talking about the Ronnie guy. And I started to get into why I think this Ronnie guy is a red herring or a fucking made-up character. Well, then my YouTube froze, and I was like, fuck it. I went over to Twitch. Thank God I went over to Twitch, because Twitch makes certain notes when someone is watching your stuff about that person who's watching your stuff. And when I say notes, it tells, like, how long they've been following you. how many times they've commented on your stuff, how many times they commented on a bunch of stuff. So I went from YouTube to Twitch. I told everybody, hey, I'm going over here to talk about the same thing. We're going to get into this Rodni guy. Well, long story short on this.
See, and this point that Ryan Upchurch is about ready to make here is 100% facts. The reason why we need stuff like software like that for other social medias that tells you how long the person's been following you, that tells you information that you need to know as a Twitch streamer or a YouTuber or anything else on social media, you know, so that helps out a lot. And we know of people that's actually come up missing because people, you know, sees them on TV or sees them on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, and they come up missing because people get jealous. People, weird lives out there. Okay. So we have the Twitch that Ryan Upchurch is making a comment about is definitely 100% the way we need to go with all social media is what I'm trying to say. I know it was a little tongue twisted, but hopefully we all got it. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what Ryan Upchurch has to say.
This part, this name comes in the chat, and everyone that was in Twitch last night seen it. This guy come in chat named Sweaty Pies in pink letters. As we're sitting here talking about stuff, he's like, you gotta call me. Call me. Message me, call me. And I was like, what the fuck? One of the comments was, I'm a local, call me. Like a local to Truckee. So I tell the dude in chat, I'm like, send me your Instagram, bro. So he ended up sending his Instagram to my moderator, Omnius and Trevor. They texted me the Instagram, so I looked the dude's Instagram up. And I click message. He already messaged me earlier that day about a story about Red Flag Ronnie. Okay, so the other day when we were talking about Red Flag Ronnie, I thought to myself, he might be a red herring, a false, oh, look over here. So I said false information about Red Flag Ronnie. And the reason I did that is because if Red Flag Ronnie is some bullshit made up thing, because if someone did create Red Flag Ronnie, and if you're trying to say, hey, Red Flag Ronnie isn't real, then they don't have their shield anymore. So they'll be like, oh no, yes he is. And then there'll be some out of place person talking about Red Flag Ronnie. So look at this message this mystery guy sent to me.
Bro, I have his Instagram. He didn't delete it. Bro, I'm on your Twitch. Hey, Ronnie, what's up? See, this whole ordeal seems like there's tons of people who actually is afraid to come forward, or they are trying to get more information to maybe make some changes with some stuff. Somebody knows where this girl's at. Somebody knows where her phone's at. Somebody knows where she is at. And no one's coming forward. It's just like the people that they said was in the woods where the kids will go out and actually go out and meet these guys to do drugs and stuff. You know, I had a guy in my comments yesterday tell me that, because I brought up emphasis on drugs. Well, why don't they drug test the kids that they actually was at this party to see what kind of drugs they was actually consuming at this point? So yesterday I named off like shrooms, heroin, coke, and all this other stuff. And this guy messages me and tells me that, why am I making a bad name out of shrooms? I'm not making a bad name out of anything. All of it is actually a drug. Shrooms is actually a hallucinogen. Therefore, it impairs your thoughts. Yes, it does. And can cause like psychosis. Can hallucinate. Therefore, someone can black out on this that's not used to them and actually do something that they don't know they've even did. That was my whole point behind the drugs being used at this party. So I just wanted to make that clear right there again. Anyways, guys, let's continue. And these guys out in, why would any teenager go out to these guys in the woods of ages 32 and up, is what the guy said in the phone call, and do drugs with these guys? That just doesn't make sense to me. Only reason why you're there as a 32-year-old is for a bad reason. You're not there to make money on drugs. You're not there to actually have a good time. You're there to see who is there for a reason. And I've said it before, sex trafficking runs deep in that area. Now you have grown ass men going to these teenagers' parties. Anyways, guys, let's see what Ryan has to say.
He's trying to tell me, no, his Instagram's not deleted. I have it. I know I have it. He's also following Red Flag Ronnie, by the way. At this point, I was like, I looked at Trevor and I was like, why? What the fuck? Who is this? Fuck, I bet, dude. I'm gonna go grab me a Yoo-hoo and shit, bro, and fucking log off this shit. I'll be back up here in like 3 minutes. I need something to drink, and I'll call you or whatever. Just tell me a number, I guess.
See, I also had a guy send me a message from that town because I made a remark about the girls dressing the same in that photo and I didn't necessarily mean it was the same girl, but I made emphasis on why would people be dressing the same. And then I had some comments saying that people does that in that town. That's just the town. And I've said this before. Nobody dresses the same with the same height of socks, the same shoes, the same pants, the same hoodie. Nobody. It's the same hairstyle. And if you read down my comments, a lot of people's agreed with that. So, anyways, now you have this guy right here basically wanting to be known because it's Ryan Upchurch again. So now you have this guy coming forward with saying he knows some stuff. See how hard up this guy is right here, wanting Ryan to actually acknowledge him? This is what I'm talking about people coming forward to people just because they want their voices heard. They want to be known by social media, by the news, by whoever else. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what Ryan has to say.
All right, bro, for sure. Go do your thing. I'll send you my number. Just, we can talk about it or whatever. I wasn't at the party, but this Ronnie guy, he don't add up, bro.
Now, obviously, I can't show the phone number. The police might need it to help find this little girl, so I'm not putting that on here. But I'm still going to show you everything. I just can't show you the phone number. So yesterday, Red Flag Ronnie's Facebook got deleted. It's gone. Before it got deleted, my buddy screenshotted the page. This was Red Flag Ronnie's profile picture. I was like, oh shit, a tag plate. So I had my team member Blu-ray run the tag plate. Look what happens when you look up this tag plate.
And all those are the same year. The only difference is the months and the dates. That's all in the same year. All that's in the same year. Now, if that is not suspicious of something, hopefully the cops look, guys, whenever you come to a case like this, outside the box is the way you think, right? So this guy now has been selling his car, listed for sale this many times. Why is he listed this many times? Is he trying to get rid of his car for a reason? You see what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what Ryan has to say.
Bro, how do you run a tag to a car and it goes to nobody and it's been sold like 200 times from like 200 dealerships? All right, so now let's go back to mystery guy who's like, hey, call me. So then I told my buddy, I was like, hey, run this dude's phone number and see what name's attached to it and the address. So he did. So you remember the other day how I said, listen, this Ronnie dude does not sound like he has kids. Does not sound like an adult, really. He don't sound like a 30-year-old. And if you ask me, he don't sound black. He sounds white. Remember that, because it's really significant in a minute. So the number he gave me, my buddy ran the number. I got the name back. Under one website, the names on that phone are Olga and Danielle. On a different website, the names on the phone are Kansara Sang. Okay? Now think about this. I have a mystery guy who just started following my Twitch tonight, messaging me, trying to convince me Ronnie is real. His phone is in 3 females' names. I got the address back. The address was in Sacramento. Isn't that the area on Fox where the map says last seen 1 a.m.? So the address linked to the mystery guy's phone who wants to talk to me. When you look up the address and you go to Street View, this is what you see. Scroll into it.
So now before he shows this, now we have a guy who has his car up for sale tons of times in the same year. Okay. Why is he selling his car for all of a sudden? Okay. Number 2, why in the world is he deleting his profiles? You just don't delete your profile for no reason. That's suspicion. That's what people look for, is suspicious activity, deleting your stuff. You know, now we got this car, and Ryan has put a whole nother perspective on this whole thing. Anyways, guys, his phone's under 3 different women's names. What are you hiding? Why do you have to have your phone underneath 3 different women's names? All this stuff does not add up with this whole case. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what Ryan has to say.
Click Street View, right in front of his house. See this dude sitting outside? I took a picture because of the shoes. I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy. That guy's wearing pretty much the same shoe as the Ronnie guy. Because the Ronnie guy got pressed the other day and he was like, I'm going live, everyone. And his ass went live, and he's like holding the phone like this, like away from, you don't see his arm, you don't see anything. For a split second, you see his foot and his leg. And I was like, I'm taking a screenshot. And I did. And it's matching to the dude sitting outside of the address that's linked to the phone that random guy called me from, saying, hey, bro, Ronnie's real. So then on my side, I'm like, what the fuck? How is this even possible? And on this side, he's like, hey, bro, Ronnie's real. And I'm like, yeah. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I ain't gonna even type no words. I'm gonna send him a video of this dude sitting out front of this house and see what he does. He said, what the fuck? So then I sent him a picture of Ronnie's foot. So he's been saying, I'm not really so in this call that I got with him that'll come out later, once, I know the police don't need it. In the video, he's like, I really don't know much about this case. I'm just like following it because you're doing it, I was like, okay. So I sent him a picture of Ronnie's foot to see if he'd freak out even more. Because, he's not following the case, you feel me? He's not going to see a foot that's in this tiny scene in like a split second that I seen. No way.
See, my thing is this. Why haven't the cops caught on to any of this stuff? Why haven't the cops questioned people? And then again, I know we don't know if they have or not. But we do know this, that they have tried to search for this girl continuously and have not found her car, her necklaces, her phone. Nothing. Where is this girl at? Then you have people like this who get on somewhere and tries to make it look like that they're the person that is going to help somebody, and really they're kind of the conflict of interest at this point. So anyways, guys, let's continue to see what Ryan has to say.
They're whose shoes? Ronnie's shoes?
So that guy actually just said they're Ronnie's shoes. What? So now we have somebody who actually knows what Ronnie's shoes look like at this point. Anyways, guys, let's continue. Let's see what Ryan has to say.
How do you know it's Ronnie's shoes? Huh? Did you create Ronnie? You did. And at this very moment is the part where I had to tell him, yeah, I got this address from the phone number you gave me, dummy. How'd you know that was Ronnie's shoe? Oh, that was when he was going to try to help the police, with the case. I mean, he's suspect. He is so suspect. Which one is it? I didn't even get the chance to tell him yet. No, it's a fake Ronnie. It must be a fake Ronnie, not a real Ronnie. You're fucking stupid, man. The phone number you gave me pings to the picture I sent you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You just said those are Ronnie's shoes. Ronnie's shoes are at your house?
So before this guy even thought about what he was going to say, he said those are Ronnie's shoes. More than likely, he said those are Ronnie's shoes because, one, he didn't think he was going to see his shoes, for one. And number two, how do you know that they're Ronnie's shoes if you're not that person? Do you hang out with him? No, it's the same person at that point. So now you have somebody who is actually just trying to make up stories to make themselves look, well, not suspect. You see where this whole thing is going at? This whole thing is so messed up. The leads are not leads. There's no leads to this case. There's none. Nobody's coming forward with anything. And why they're not, I don't know. If she didn't show up to the party, then why is people saying that she showed up to the party? Why did they say she was at the party? Why isn't there more photos at this party? Unless they're holding on to the photos because they've already got a conflict of interest at this point in time. But then they say that they can't call this a missing person report because there's no, or a conflict of interest because there's nothing to show that there's a conflict of interest. They haven't found anything to actually say this. So at this point in time, what is this? We're searching for a 16-year-old girl that is missing and has been missing. We've seen one video of her at a truck stop the whole time this girl was gone. So did this girl buy stuff at these truck stops? What gas stations did she stop by before then? Have we checked for credit card uses? Have we checked cameras on the way? You see, that's what we should be seeing at this point, is camera footage of this girl at multiple places. Because you know for a fact this girl did not just stop at a truck stop. She didn't. And as far as charging her phone, they said they found her phone near the water. So was this, when they found her phone near the water, they said it was dead. So how is she charging her phone if they found her phone and it was dead? Unless they found her phone the next day and the phone was dead. Only thing we have on her charging her phone is one of her friends saying that she was charging her phone. That's the only evidence we have of this girl charging her phone. And it was last pinged near the water. So when this phone was pinged, was it plugged in? Was it charging? That's some questions that we should be asking the teenagers that said that they saw her during that party. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what Ryan has to say.
How are Ronnie's shoes at your house? Dog, the picture that I just sent you pings in Sacramento. The picture that I sent you is the Google Earth street image of the house connected to your phone. You just said those are Ronnie's shoes. It's the address connected to your phone, dog. The phone number you told me to call? Yeah, that address is connected to your phone.
Bro, I live in Placer County. I don't live in Sacramento. I live in Roseville, and I live in a 2-story house. The driveway doesn't even match my driveway. Are you sure you got the right number?
Are you sure that's my address? Why, I don't know. Is it your fucking address? You should know your address. Is it the number? Yeah, it's the number you gave me. That address is connected to your number. So Blu-ray went to the Ronnie pictures that were on the Ronnie page that's deleted to face scan the pictures for the internet. Guess what? No.
So now, mind you, he had this phone under 3 different names. Okay? So when he pinged this phone back to this address, so is it the right address? Or was it one of his fake addresses from these 3 girls' names? See what I'm saying? Or did it ping his location at this point? Anyways, guys, let's continue. This whole thing is messed up. This whole case is messed up. I will continue to say that. And hopefully they find her and they find her alive and well. Anyways, guys, let's see what Ryan has to say.
No matches found. What do you fucking know? Then he tells me, oh, I'm confused. You're telling me about some guy's random shoes? No, I posted a picture of a shoe and you went, those are Ronnie's shoes! I mean, that's what happened.
I just checked my phone number, and my phone number matches my address. I don't know, are you sure? Because I even checked in the Placer County phone book.
Yes, I typed your number in and it doesn't come up. It comes up all the other names that I gave the cops. And you checked what? The phone book? Oh, okay. Is there an owl on a branch out there licking a Tootsie Pop to see how many fucking licks till the end? Shut the fuck up.
Ryan, are you trying to switch some shit up on me or what? Because I thought you were on... I'm so confused. I thought me and you are on each other's sides. Why would I be going against you? I'm trying to find out just as much as you are on this case. And I'm trying to help you out and try to get myself information about this case, because something seems odd, bro. But yeah, send it to...
So this guy had a false address on his phone and pinged at a totally different house. But come to find out, those was the shoes of Ronnie's shoes. Those was Ronnie's shoes. See, this is suspect if I've ever heard of one. Because at this point in time, this guy has 3 different phones with 3 different women's names behind this phone with 3 different addresses. Why are you going to do that? Why are you going to go and put this up like this on these phones? Number 2, why are you going to sit here and have your car for sale after all this stuff? And you're going to turn around on top of that and you're going to call somebody to put your name out there is what it was. You didn't think someone was going to ping your phones, run your tags. You didn't think any of that stuff. But it happened. And now you're caught. And just like Upchurch said, he told the cops every other name. So now they know that you have a phone that, well, is in someone else's name. And, well, is in someone else that comes back someone else's address as well. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what Ryan has to say. Let's finish up this video.
To me, let me see, because this is shocker to me. Why the hell? I don't even have black neighbors. All my neighbors are white. And I only have 4 neighbors.
Remember how I said Rodni sounded like a white dude that didn't have kids?
Bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I just checked, and my phone pinged in Roseville. That's in Placer County. Homie, you trying to set me up. I know you is, Upchurch. Don't, bro. Come on now. I'm a loyal fan. I don't fuck.
So now you have this whole case going on. Okay? A girl's missing. They haven't found her, haven't found her car, haven't found her phone, haven't found no belongings of her. We have this girl said to be wearing numerous hoodies, but last to be seen at a truck stop, wearing a bodysuit with pants. Okay? On top of that, we have this guy who was caught with 3 different addresses on 3 different names on a phone, and none of them is his. Now we have this guy coming forward and saying that that was his shoes. On top of that, how do you know it was his shoes? You made up a character, number 1. Number 2, we have this guy sitting here saying you're trying to set me up. That was the famous words of somebody who may be a conflict of interest at this point. Anyways, guys, I love you guys. YouTube family, I am out. Your boy Deuce is out. Thank you, guys. Check out the channel. There's a lot more where this come from. Again, guys, podcast again tomorrow, guys. Love you guys. Salute you guys. I'm out. Have a good one.